This Dagger Dagger Elementalist build is so fun for roaming in Guild Wars 2 right now. I really enjoy playing this. It's so fluid, it's so fast-paced, it's really strong. It's extremely fun, especially in outnumbered situations, to just outplay the enemies. And you have so much mobility, just a lot of sustain and damage. It's just perfect in my opinion. If you're interested, be sure to watch the whole video because you have a lot of options how to play this build, so don't miss out on anything here. As always, thanks a lot to all my supporters on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon. And now let's jump right in. So when it comes to gear, there are actually multiple options. So I personally think Celestial is a really good one. So you go for full Celestial gear with Traveler Rune. If you can afford infusions, you would go either with power or condition damage infusion. Both are fine. If you want to play even more aggressive, you can even go for full Marauder. Both are working. Celestial is just the more safe option. For weapons, of course, go for Dagger Dagger. Again, full Celestial. With energy and cleansing, if you are like me and want to have the maximum sustain. If you want to go more aggressive, the best option would be Doom and Geomancy. So for more condition pressure whenever you swap elements. For trinkets, you would also go for full Celestial, or if you want to go the aggressive variant with full Marauder. For Relic, you have a lot of options. I personally really like Relic of Isgaren, just more to damage output whenever you dodge an enemy's attack. That's really, really good, just 10% more damage. You can go more, for example, you can go for Fireworks Relic. You can even go for Nios Relic if you want some healing when you condition cleanse. There are so many options. You can even go for Demon Queen Relic if you need more poison application and the healing reduction on the enemy. If you go for 101s, that can be really helpful. There are a lot of options here. Even the Relic of Sakiros can work. There are so many options for the Relic. It's more of your playstyle. I personally like the Relic of Isgaren a lot. You can even, after the nerfs, I think even after that, it's actually possible to go with Relic of Rivers if you enjoy the alacrity on dodge, because you have so many skills. All of them benefit a lot from alacrity. Everything works. Just try it and find the one that suits your playstyle the best. For consumables, you would either go with the Spherifide Peppercorn Spiced Oyster Soup for the minus 10% incoming damage and the 45 to all attributes, so the Celestial variant of the food. If you don't want to go Celestial, you can also go for the Power one or the Condi one. It doesn't really matter. Just get the minus 10% incoming damage. Take the Ascended one because the minus 10% incoming damage is actually really helping on this build. And then I would go with Superior Sharpening Stones. It's just the safest option. More power damage. All of your attacks deal with power, that's the best option there. By the way, if you want to see more guides like this, don't forget to subscribe. And now to the traits. So for the traits, it's quite easy. You go with Arcane, Fire, and Catalyst. In Arcane, you get a lot of boons. So switching attunements grants you Fury. You get, whenever you attune to an element, you get Might, Regen, Swiftness, Protection depending on the element. Especially notable here are Swiftness for movement speed, but also Protection and Earth. And then you get more concentration and your elemental attunement swap is reduced. Gain Vigor when you crit Stagger 4, because you're Celestial or Marauder for that matter. You get a lot of Vigor from this trait. Then whenever you cast an elite skill, which will be your Elemental Celerity on a 60-second cooldown, you will actually get 3 blocks after that. That can be really clutch to just outplay opponents by getting some nice blocks there and denying their damage. And then of course Evasive Arcana, especially useful for the Blast Finisher in Earth when you dodge, or the healing and Condi Cleanse in Water when you dodge. Only works in combat though. Then Fire, just very, very strong, aggressive and defense drive guideline. You get more power while in Fire, you get some nice Fire Aura when you swap to Fire, that can be really clutch, we get to that why in a second. You deal more damage to Burning Force, which should be quite often the case, and you have less recharge in the fire skills. All your fire skills actually give you might when you use them, and not only fire skills, but every skill that you use while you're in fire actually gives you might. That's really nice, just more damage, and you actually take value from condition damage and power, so it's really, really good. Then whenever you get an aura, you get a Condi Cleanse, and when you transmute the aura, so to say, remove the aura from yourself and do a skill, you actually get 2 cleanses. It's really, really good. The fire auras have increased duration, which can be quite nice. And passively, you get more burning duration, and your critical hits have a chance to inflict burning. That's really nice on a Celestial build, because you crit and you have burning condition damage. If you feel like this is too aggressive, you can go for more Condi Cleanses with this one, but I feel like this is really, really strong. It gives you a lot of damage output. And then you have Catalyst. It's your utility trade line. You get access to your Jade Sphere. Really crazy good how many boons it puts out. Instant cast skill that costs only energy to use. It's really, really good. Then whenever you switch attunements, you get energy and a little bit of might. That's really nice. Then you get more stats. That's really good on a Celestial. So in combat, you get just passive stacks, and those increase your stats overall. So you get crazy amounts of stats. When you use a combo finisher in a combo field, you actually get the aura depending on your element on a 10-second IDC per element. So you can especially get the really strong ones, Magnetic Aura to reflect projectiles, but also get Shocking Aura to get some nice stuns going. And all of them will cleanse a condition with this one, so keep that in mind. And if you use then the trained staunch auras, you actually get stability when you get an aura, really, really strong. And then last but not least, you get the Spectacular Sphere, so you get some really crazy good boons from that as well, also for your allies, so that's really, really strong. Overall, this build has crazy amount of boons. That's why Celestial, especially with the Traveler Rune, gives you some nice boon duration as well, so it's really, really good. Those are the traits. There are some alternatives. You could swap to Earth as well as a trait line, but I feel like this is the best setup for the most part. Let's now quickly talk about the utility skills. So I would always go with Signet of Restoration for the passive healing. However, if you like it better, you can also go for Soothing Water for a Condi cleanse. It's an active heal, so keep that in mind, can be interrupted. Or if you're feeling really experimental, you can even go with Arcane Brilliance for some nice blast finisher and even more aura synergy or some more healing. Then I would always go for Lightning Flash for a nice repositioning tool, for Armor of Earth for some stun break and barrier and protection and stability. It's really, really overloaded, really good skill. And lastly, Fortified Earth for some nice barrier and blocks. While you cast it in the Earth Sphere, it's actually getting the recharge reduced. You can swap your utility skills around. For example, you can go for one more stun break with Signet of Air, or even Invigorating Air can be quite clutch if you use it correctly. Or even if you wanted Mist Form or Cleansing Fire can be worth. Or if you need a shorter cooldown block as well on the stun break, you can go for Arcane Shield. So there are a lot of options. You can even go for a Conjured Earth Shield if you really wanted to. And then you have Elemental Celerity, can give you a nice block, but it also gives some nice boons. And most importantly, it reduces the recharge time of the element that you're currently in, the weapon skills of that, by 25 seconds. So on Dagger Dagger, that will be all skills will be fully reset. When it comes to the weapon skills, I will just quickly cover them. So the Auto Attack in Water has the longest range. They have some nice healing on the 2 skill. The 3 skill is a nice blast finish and ice field, so it gives you instantly an aura. This aura you can then transmute, but you also have a skill here that it just gives the aura instantly as well. You have some nice healing and Condi cleanse here, also for your allies. In air, you get some nice blast finish in the 2 and some nice fury and damage and weakness. The 3 skill is really good because it's a instant cast Shocking Aura. Shocking Aura is really strong if the enemy doesn't have stability. You can also transmute it for some nice stun around you. You have Ride the Lightning for some really nice repositioning tool. It has the recharged half if you actually hit an enemy with that. The 5 skill is really strong if you can land it. It's an evade, but it's also launch. So if the enemy gets hit by this, it's very easy to actually set up, for example, the Burning Speed to actually get the damage from Burning Speed. It's the most damaging skill in this kit together with the Fire Crab. The 4 skill gives some nice burning and it's a fire field. You can use it to get some might with the combo finishes in there. And then you have the Drake's Breath, these some nice power damage, but also Condi damage with burning, so it's really, really good there. Typically, I would say the auto attack in air is better than the one in fire, so keep spamming those rather. And then in earth, you actually have some nice bleeding on the auto attacks, you have some nice projectile block, and some nice damage around you and bleeding. And cripple, the 3 skill can also be used with the updraft of the air 5, because it actually immobilizes, and then the next attacks might hit even longer, so if you hit that, it's really good. It's also an evade and a leap finisher, and then the 4 and 5 are both blast finishers. The 4 gives some nice knockdown and the 5 gives some nice damage. So overall, really, really cool how many combos you can do. All of the combo finishers can be used in your Jade Sphere as well. Jade Sphere is instant cast, gives a lot of protection, a lot of boons depending on the element you're in. It's really, really clutch when you combine your kit in a good way to actually get the boons, not only get the cleanses, get everything working. And if you then combine your, for example, Earthen Rush with your hard-hitting skills like Churning Earth, so your Dagger 5 on Earth, or your Burning Speed or into Fire Crab, you actually have quite amount of burst damage as well. And it's just the amount of utility you have in your kit is crazy, especially if you use Elemental Celerity to reset your skills and get even more damage out, because you can actually use your Burning Speed, for example, twice, or you can use your Ride the Lightning twice to actually move very fast around the map. It's really good if you know what you're doing. You just have to train it a bit, but this build is really fun to play in my opinion. So if you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks again to all my supporters on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon that help me keep the lights on. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.